Hello, it's Parisa Sanjani. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, make sure you watch my last yoga videos to know me and my way of teaching more. And also, besides our yoga sessions, we have mental and physical health sessions that I uploaded the first one last week. You can check that out if you want because it's really helpful for your health. And also, before I start the practice, I'd like to tell you that in my YouTube channel, I made all the videos in the playlist and I categorized all of them so you can find the videos that you're looking for easily. So as I said before, now I'm only teaching you all the yoga postures accurately, and in the future we will definitely have professional classes with exact yoga rules and with meditation. But we learn all the postures perfectly so that we won't harm ourselves. Okay. Today I'm going to teach 3 postures of warrior. It's called warrior, or in Indian is Virabhadrasana. And the first one is warrior A, and then warrior B, and warrior C, or Virabhadrasana 1, 2, and 3. And the first part, because there are 3 more of warrior poses, but it would be too long if I wanted to teach all of them in just one session. So today I'm only teaching 3 of them. Okay, and we start by straddling the legs more than shoulder gap, and it depends on how tall you are. So if you're taller, you need to have a wider gap. Okay, and in this pose, the first step is I start with my left leg. So I turn my left leg outside completely 90 degrees. And my left foot slightly in, like 45 degrees, not completely, but like half. And also, make sure that your heels are in a one straight line. They shouldn't be in different spots like this. It's wrong. So make sure that your heels are in one straight line. And also, the next step is turning the hip. So I turn my hip completely towards my left leg. Like I completely twist my hip. It shouldn't be degrees. It should completely be turned towards your left leg. Okay, and also the next step is I bend my left knee like this 90 degrees, and the gap between my feet should be big enough so that when I bend my left knee, my knee stays in a one straight line with my ankle and with my heel. Because when the gap is too short and then when you bend your knee, as you can see, my knee passed my toe, which is not good, because in the future if you keep doing it like this, you will harm your knee. So make sure that the gap is big enough and your knee is in a one straight line with your ankle. And as I said, I turn my hip completely towards my left knee. Okay, the next step, I lift my arms up completely straight and I put my hands together like this. And inhale first, and as I exhale, I put my hip down and make my knee 90 degrees like this. And as I said, my hip is completely in the front side. Okay, the next step is, if you can and if you have a flexible back, you can arch your back and look up. Inhale and exhale like this. But in this pose, you need to maintain your back. But if you feel like your body is not ready to arch your back, just keep your back straight and look forward. You don't have to arch your back. But when you keep doing this pose and your body get used to it, you'll be able to arch your back and balance your body like this. But if you cannot, you can just look forward and hold the posture here. And as you can see, this pose has a lot of effects, first on your spine, because when you arch your back, it has the most effect on your spine. It also has a lot of effect on your leg muscles and leg joints. So it's really good when you do this pose. It helps to strengthen your legs. But if you feel like in this pose, if you feel like your body is, if you feel like your legs are hurting, is completely normal. Just hold this pose for a few seconds, and we normally hold this pose for about 5 deep breaths, but you can hold it for a few seconds and then keep doing it until your body get used to it. Okay, so I'm going to do this pose on the other side as well. Feet apart, I turn my right foot outside and left foot slightly in, heels in one line, and turn my hip completely towards my right foot, and then my arms are straight and my hands together. Deep inhale and long exhale. I bend my right knee and I make sure that my knee is in a one line with my ankle, and I lift my arm, and if I can, I arch my back and look up. But if not, I just look forward, that's fine. And then I hold it for a few seconds. I get back to the same position. Okay, so this was warrior 1, which is, as I said, good for your legs, and also is good for your throat, because you stretch your neck like this, and it's also good for your abdominal organs and also your hip joints and hip muscles. Okay, so we're gonna move to warrior 2 or Virabhadrasana 2. Okay, again, feet apart, same like the first one. Make sure the gap is big enough so that your knee will be in a one line with your ankle. And then in this pose, I start from my left leg again, and I turn my left foot outside. Sorry, it's slippery. And unlike the first one, I don't have to move my right foot at all, because in the first one we moved it, right? But in the second one, you just hold it right there in front side, and we only turn the left foot. Okay, and also make sure heels are in one line. And in this pose, unlike the first one, you don't have to turn the hip towards your knee. You can just, you have to just hold your upper body front side, like front of the camera as I'm doing, completely front side. I don't turn it at all. And then in this pose, my arms are out wide and my arms in one straight line. They're not up and down, and I don't bend my arms. My arms are completely straight, and I active my arms and shoulders relax like this. And then inhale first, and as I exhale, I only bend my left knee, and I make sure that my knee is in a one line with my ankle like this, as you can see. And also in this pose, unlike the first one, you have to keep your back completely straight. You should not arch your back like this or round your back at all. You just have to keep your spine in the same line with your hip, and you have to round your hip inside and your belly in, engage your core muscles, and hip down until that at a 90-degree angle. And I need to look at the side that I'm bending my knee. Do not look at this side or front side. You look at your left side like this. And my arms in one line, and I hold it for a few seconds or 5 or 6 deep breaths, and I get back to the same position and legs together again. Okay. In this pose, this one is also very good for the strength for your legs and for your joints. And also for your abdominal muscles and for your hip joints. And I'm gonna do the pose on the other side as well. So turn my right foot outside, keep my left foot there, I don't move it. Hands straight, arms straight, back straight. Inhale and exhale. I bend my right knee and I look at my right side like this, and my back straight, your hip inside, belly in, and hold here like this. And I'm going to show this pose on the back side to you so you can see how my back looks like. Okay, my feet apart, and I turn my right foot outside, left foot is the same, I don't move it, and my back is straight and my hands are completely in a same line with my shoulders, my arms completely straight and shoulders relaxed. Deep inhale and long exhale, I bend my right knee and my knee in the same line with my ankle, and my back is completely straight. I don't arch my back or I don't round my back. I keep my back straight. My hip, I round it inside, and my belly is also in, and I look at my arm or my hand or front side and I hold it for a few seconds, and then I get back to the same position and legs together. Okay, so this was the teaching for Warrior 2 or Virabhadrasana. The next pose, which is Warrior C or Warrior 3, whatever you would like to call it. And in this pose, it's a little bit different from A and B, because in this pose you need to maintain your balance, and this pose has the most effect on your spine and also on your core muscles and your abdominal organs and on your legs. And in this pose, to hold that pose very well, and also this pose needs a lot of balance. So in balancing postures in yoga, you need to make sure that your mind is completely calm. So when you think about a lot of things that happened or will happen, you usually are not able to maintain your balance. So make sure that you are completely in a present moment and try to focus on a spot on the floor so that you can do Warrior 3 very well. Okay, I'm gonna show you first. I'm gonna show you with my right leg. Okay, in this pose you need to put your weight on your right leg. Okay, inhale, arms up first, together like this. And as I exhale, I lean my body forward and I lift my left leg up, up, up until that my leg and my back and my arms are in a same line, in a straight line. My leg is not too up or too down. It's in a same line with my back and arms. And also in this pose, you need to make sure that your hip is squared. Do not turn your hip like this because it's not correct. So make sure that your hip is completely squared and hold the pose here. Engage your abdominal muscles and focus on a spot, and then hold it for a few seconds and get back to the same position. I understand that this pose can be hard at the beginning. It was actually really hard for me and I fell down when I first tried it. So it's normal. That's why you can use easy options. The first option is you can find a wall or something to lean on it. You can put your hand on something to maintain your balance. Or you can also use the block as I showed you in the previous classes. Or if you don't have exactly like this, which is for yoga, you can find a small chair or whatever, a table that can hold you in that pose. And you need to put the block in front of your body. And if your balance is not that good, you can put two blocks. I also tried with 2 blocks at the beginning. You put the 2 blocks in front and the gap should be like your shoulders. Okay. And then I put my hands on the block like this. Inhale and exhale, I lift my left leg up. And as I told you, do not round your hip. Make sure that your hip is parallel to the floor, and engage your core muscles and look down. Back and leg in a one line, like this. Or if you have a better balance, you can use only one block and lift your other arm up, like this. Or you can put the block on the other side, is fine. But make sure you do not turn your hip. You have to keep your hip parallel to the floor. And slowly down and get back to the position. So in this pose, I said you need to use your spine and your core muscles to maintain this pose. And so this was the end of the practice for 3 warrior postures. And if you feel like painful in your legs, it's normal because it has a lot of effects on your leg muscles and your leg joints. But make sure that you're not having a really sharp discomfort, and make sure that you are kind with yourself and with your body. So this was the end of the practice for 3 warrior postures. I'm going to upload the other 3 in the next sessions. And thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for your time. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comment section below. And if you like this video, if you enjoyed it, please like it and share it with your friends. And also thank you very much for subscribing to my channel and supporting me. Weekly, I upload videos about yoga and physical in my next videos. Bye!